Welcome everyone to this year's Veterans Day ceremony. Today is National Veterans Day, a day that has been put in place to honor the United States Military Armed Forces. On this day, we acknowledge the armed forces and their contribution to our freedom in this country. Thank you for your bravery and sacrifice, and happy Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, originally known as Armistice Day, was established to celebrate the end of World War I, which ended on November 11, 1918. At the time, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day to honor the soldiers who died in World War I. In 1938, Congress passed a resolution declaring November 11th a national holiday dedicated to world peace and World War I veterans. Many years later, after World War II and the Korean War in 1954, many veteran service organizations proposed changing the holiday to honor all American veterans living or dead. Later that year, in the spring of 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed legislation changing the name to Veterans Day.
Honor Flight is a program that transports American veterans to Washington, D.C. so they can tour the city. Veterans visit the Arlington National Cemetery and tour the memorial at no cost. Most of these veterans have served in World War II, the Korean War, or the Vietnam War. This program aims to honor their service and sacrifice.
T-minus 1 minute.
Now we are going to welcome Tanya Cluck, who is going to say a few words about her experience serving for our country.
In 1992, Tanya graduated from Menominee High School and joined the Army. She then received a bachelor's degree from Hawaii Pacific University in August of 2000 while stationed in Hawaii.
Then she got her master's degree at Marquette University in 2002. She ended her career in 2007 to start her sweet family, which consists of Stella and Sophie Cluck here at Oconomowoc High School.
Thank you, Tanya, for your service. You are so appreciated.
Hello, Oconomowoc High School. My name is Tanya Cluck, and I proudly served 12 years in the United States Army, first as a communications specialist and later as a Medical Service Corps officer. My service took me all around the world, to Haiti, South Korea, Hawaii, New York, North Carolina, Texas, Georgia, and Iraq. And today, my most meaningful title is Mom to Sophie and Stella, who both go to school right here. People sometimes ask why I joined the military. Was it for the patriotism, family tradition, adventure? The truth is simpler. I joined for the college money. My parents divorced right before I graduated high school, and my mom was raising 3 kids on a preschool teacher's salary. College felt impossible until one day I called a recruiter. I thought I was calling the Air Force, but I accidentally dialed the Army instead. That wrong number changed my life. They offered me the GI Bill and a college fund. I signed up thinking I was earning tuition. Instead, I found purpose, discipline, and a team that felt like family. My first duty station was Fort Drum, home of the 10th Mountain Division, one of the toughest and most deployed units in the Army. Fort Drum is where I learned what teamwork really meant. We trained in brutal cold, sleeping outside in negative 20-degree weather, doing 24-hour missions, pushing past exhaustion. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't easy, but we did it together. And that's when my mindset changed. I wasn't just serving for college anymore. I was serving for my team and for my country. Next, I deployed to Haiti to support their first democratic elections. I saw people line the streets cheering and waving American flags and crying because they could finally vote and choose their future. That moment opened my eyes. Freedom is powerful, and not everyone has it. It made me grateful for the rights we sometimes take for granted, like speaking our minds, getting an education, and having a voice. After Haiti and Fort Drum, I served in Hawaii, working in the United States Army Pacific Command Center. One big tunnel underground, no windows, long hours, but incredible purpose. I studied nights and weekends to finish my bachelor's degree. I earned 2 promotions, and I had the honor of being promoted to Staff Sergeant on the USS Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor, surrounded by the history and sacrifice of those who came before us. That experience helped me earn a full scholarship to Marquette University for my graduate degree, something I never dreamed would be possible when I first enlisted. After getting commissioned, I was then sent to South Korea, where I was given command of a company, a role usually given to more senior officers. It taught me humility, responsibility, and the importance of leading with respect. I also visited the demilitarized zone, standing in the Blue Room where the Korean War armistice was signed, literally 1 foot in North Korea and 1 foot in South Korea. It's impossible to stand in a place like that and not understand the weight of peace, the cost of conflict, and the value of freedom. After Korea, I deployed to Iraq as part of the Medical Logistics Command, supporting Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine units across the region. We were bombed often. It was stressful. It was dangerous, but we focused on the mission because lives depended on us. Our entire unit made it home safely, but later, we learned we had been exposed to toxic burn pits. Since then, we've lost 8 of our soldiers to illnesses connected to that deployment. Their service didn't end on the battlefield. Their sacrifice continues to this day. I joined the Army for a college scholarship. I stayed because I found discipline, confidence, leadership, purpose, and a deep love for this country. And something even more important, service doesn't end when you take off the uniform. Today, I continue that mission with the VFW here in Oconomowoc, helping veterans and serving our community. Veterans Day is not just about the past. It's about who you will become. You don't have to wear camouflage to serve others. Service looks like helping a classmate who feels alone, standing up for someone who needs support, volunteering, including others, choosing courage over comfort, leading by example. Every one of you has the power to make a difference, right here, right now, in this school and in this community. I joined the Army because I needed a way to go to college. I stayed because I found my purpose, and I continue serving because this country and the people in it are worth it. Thank you for honoring veterans today. Thank you for your respect, your attention, and your willingness to learn what service looks like. Honor the legacy, live with gratitude, lead with kindness, and never take your freedom for granted. Happy Veterans Day, Oconomowoc.
Thank you for watching, and thank you to our veterans for joining us today. We will now be transitioning into our honor walk, so please listen for Mr. Curtis to dismiss you to Line Rock and Runway in support of our veterans. Thank you for watching.